Certain animals possess what seems like a supernatural ability. They can change the color of their skin to blend into their surroundings, to protect themselves if they feel threatened, or to go undetected when they stalk prey. And though this ability doesn't come quite as naturally to people, we have used our own methods to be able to hide in plain sight. And if we can do it, you can bet visiting alien life forms can too. Need proof? Just take a look above. August 2018, Moscow, Russia. A man spots an odd-shaped cloud hovering over a tall apartment building and is so baffled by the sight of it, he grabs his camera and starts recording. As he films, he notices it moving faster than the other clouds and almost seeming to churn as it does. He quickly posts the footage online and gets quite a reaction. It's even picked up by news sources. The question many people have is, was this just an odd-shaped cloud or some kind of alien craft incognito?
This legitimately looked like a flying saucer covered in cotton balls. Like someone is trying to camouflage their flying saucer by covering it in cloud-like substance and parking it up in the sky on a cloudy day.
When clouds start to move across the sky, they start to lose their shape. They start to kind of fade and change into different things. But this stays the same. It stays in that classic UFO shape and moves across in such a way that it doesn't lose any of its distinction. So that tells me that we're looking at something other than a cloud.
And there have been more sightings like this around the world. January 15th, 2020, in Colombia. Diego Garzon is on his way to work when he and some other commuters pull over to film this. A giant saucer-shaped cloud moving slowly over a distant hill.
A las 6 de la mañana y 22 minutos podemos apreciar una nube con una extraña forma de platillo.
You can certainly see a distinct saucer shape. And not only that, it seems to be blending in with other clouds in its surroundings. So it's almost as if, hey, if I'm attached to this cloud, no one's even going to notice I'm here.
Like, who's to say that extraterrestrial crafts don't have the ability to manipulate the ionosphere and create condensation and wrap their craft in cloud matter? So that way it can go about its business on planet Earth without being disrupted or attacked.
Later that year, in Mexico, a man named Jesus is driving down a highway with his family when he notices an unfamiliar object in the sky and starts filming. At first, it looks like a small sphere, but the longer he films it, the more striking it becomes. It has the coloring of a cloud, but almost seems to shimmer in the sky, as if it's reflecting its surroundings.
This I thought was fascinating because what it looked like was some sort of bubble or sphere or round ship maybe in the sky, but camouflaged with sky. Like this was an object that was taking on the color and texture of the nearest environment so as to pass unseen.
It's almost as if it's made of liquid. It's undulating. You can see some sort of movement inside it. It's not quite light, it's not quite fire, but there's some movement going on.
This doesn't look like a UFO as much as it looks like a planet, really. It's completely spherical and seems to be completely self-contained. It's just sort of hovering in a stationary position. What it's doing there, I have no idea, but then again, I have no idea what it is.
And neither, apparently, does anyone else. But Perhaps the most perplexing cloud-like form was captured in June of 2016 in Jackson, Mississippi. Ty Stennis is walking home from a store when she sees something that defies all logic.
Man, that's crazy.
A small, white puffy mass moving quickly through a parking lot, floating about 1 foot above the ground.
What the world? Man, I ain't never seen you seen one of those before. Run up on it. No, I'm not running. You run up on it.
This was a 100% like WTF moment for me.
That's crazy. You see that?
This is a cloud, self-contained, small, moving quite purposefully, and then just lifting up into the sky.
It does seem to be a cloud, but it moves across that parking lot. It's going in between cars and it's not crashing into anything. It almost seems to have an intent or a purpose for where it's going. And it doesn't dissipate like any water vapor that we're used to seeing.
Run up on it. Run up on it. About it. Hell no. Run up on it.
If I saw a little cloud like that in the parking lot, I would run straight towards it. Is that what I suggest? No. Don't be like me. Take a video from a safe distance and then book it. Or run towards it.
Run up on it. No, I'm not running. You run up on it.
If these bizarre formations are in fact from another world, it begs the question, what on earth are they doing?
What would you do if you had an invisibility cloak? You would spy on people. You would go find out secrets. So yeah, I think that a cloaking device on these crafts are definitely meant for stealth surveillance.
Makes sense. But if they truly want to go undetected, they apparently have some work to do.
What the world? Man, that's crazy.